Jon Hamm throws shade at RHOBH star Dorit Kemsley. Jon Hamm wants all the smoke with Dorit Kemsley. Okay, that was a bit dramatic, but the actor is admittedly displeased with her behavior this season. Jon is a big Bravo fan, but at this point, who isn't? He's been tuned into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and seems to be Team PK, and probably Team Kyle Richards. Dorit has been getting major props for being activated like we've never seen before, but Jon is not impressed. Jon appeared on CNN's New Year's Eve special and chatted with hosts Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper. Not surprisingly, the Bravo executive questioned the Fargo actor about season 14, and he was brutally honest, slamming Dorit's actions. The mom of two has been airing out all her dirty laundry, including PK's alcoholism and other issues in their marriage. She's also been going full force at her once close friend, Kyle, refusing to back down during several attempts to get on the same page. And it looks like the 48-year-old is not done yet. A teaser for the first episode of 2025 features another intense face-off with Kyle and shows Dorit dragging her estranged husband. Jon Hamm is not happy with Dorit Kemsley's behavior on RHOBH. Jon Hamm shared his take on RHOBH season 14, noting that he's not happy with Dorit. Dorit is not doing it for me these days, he told Andy. I'm having some issues with her mentality and her issues. We were hoping to learn more about exactly what is rubbing him the wrong way this season, but hey, it was live TV, so that's all we got. However, proving he's a true Bravo fan. Jon also commented on Bravo's latest breakup, Paige DeSorbo and Craig Conover. The couple shared the news before the new year, but it's all everyone has been discussing over the past few days. I've got to pour one out for Craig and Paige, my goodness, exclaimed the actor. The end of an era, geez. Here's when RHOBH returns in 2025. Jon Hamm aside, let's return to RHOBH since we've had withdrawals over the past few weeks. The show has been on hiatus for the holiday season. The last episode of 2024, High Horses and Low Blows, aired on December 17. Thankfully, we can start the countdown because RHOBH returns on January 7, 2025. The description for Episode 6, Venom in the Viper Room, teases that love is in the air for newbie Bozoma St. John and her new boyfriend, but the same can't be said for Dorit and PK. It all started innocently enough, as most celebrity tiffs do. Jon Hamm, the suave and dapper actor beloved for his Emmy-winning role as Don Draper on Mad Men, made a casual appearance on a late-night talk show to promote his latest project. The conversation flowed easily, the audience laughing along with his sharp wit and self-deprecating humor. But then, as the host shifted gears to lighter topics, pop culture, viral memes, and reality television, Jon Hamm's demeanor shifted ever so slightly. Have you ever seen The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? The host asked with a grin, clearly fishing for a soundbite. Jon's eyebrows lifted, his lips curling into a sardonic smile. Oh, I've seen it, he said, his voice dripping with mock gravitas. The audience chuckled, sensing an incoming zinger. Any thoughts? The host prodded, leaning forward eagerly. Thoughts? Jon repeated, as though tasting the word. Let me just say this. If Dorit Kemsley spends as much time choosing her accent as she does picking out her outfits, then, bravo. Pun intended. The audience erupted into laughter and applause, and the host nearly fell out of his chair. It was classic Jon Hamm, witty, dry, and just biting enough to leave a mark. But what he didn't realize, or perhaps underestimated, was the storm he was about to unleash in the world of reality television. The housewife responds. Dorit Kemsley, never one to let a comment about her slide, responded swiftly. Taking to her Instagram stories, she posted a selfie from her palatial Beverly Hills mansion, her diamond-encrusted rings gleaming in the sunlight. The caption? Well, Jon Hamm, darling, at least I know how to commit to a role. Cheerio, or should I say, cheers, love. Her followers, the loyal Bravo fan base, were quick to rally behind her. Memes flooded Twitter within hours. Photoshopped images of Jon Hamm sporting one of Dorit's signature elaborate hairstyles or sitting front row at one of Lisa Rinna's lip kit launches. The hashtags #TeamDorit and #JonHo began trending almost immediately. Hollywood takes sides. As the feud gained traction, celebrities and reality stars alike began chiming in. Andy Cohen, the king of Bravo himself, weighed in during his nightly show Watch What Happens Live. Jon Hamm vs. Dorit Kemsley. Now that is a crossover episode I didn't see coming, he quipped, sipping from his oversized cocktail glass. But John, honey, if you come for a housewife, you'd better be ready for the reunion, and trust me, those can get brutal. Meanwhile, Dorit's fellow castmates were quick to show their support. Erica Jane posted a cheeky video on TikTok, lip-syncing to her own hit song XXPEN$IV, while wearing a t-shirt that read, "Jon Hamm can't sit with us." Kyle Richards shared a throwback photo of herself and Dorit on vacation in Europe, captioning it, "Accent or no accent, she's fabulous." Even Garcelle Beauvais, known for her level-headedness, tweeted, "Dorit's accent is like her jewelry, a little extra but always iconic." On the flip side, some of Jon's Hollywood pals jumped to his defense. Tina Fey, who worked with Jon on 30 Rock, joked during a podcast interview, "Jon Hamm throwing shade at a housewife is the most Don Draper thing I've ever heard. I'm just mad he didn't come up with an ad campaign for it." The PR fell out. As the feud spiraled into a full-blown media circus, both camps leaned into the chaos. Jon's team issued a statement that was equal parts diplomatic and cheeky. Jon has the utmost respect for Dorit Kemsley and her contributions to the cultural zeitgeist. Any comments made were purely in jest and should be taken as such. That said, Jon is available for tea and crumpets should Dorit wish to discuss further. Dorit, ever the PR maven, saw an opportunity and ran with it. She announced a collaboration with a luxury tea brand, launching a limited edition line called Shade and Sugar, complete with tongue-in-cheek flavors like John's Earl Grey and Hollywood Spice. In true housewife fashion, she threw an extravagant launch party, inviting the RHOBH cast, Bravo executives, and a handful of influencers to sip tea under chandeliers made entirely of Swarovski crystals. "I'm just a girl, standing in front of a cup of tea, asking it to be as smooth as my clapbacks," Dorit said during her speech, earning a standing ovation. The social media frenzy. Fans couldn't get enough. Twitter threads dissected every angle of the feud, from Dorit's fluctuating accent to Jon Hamm's history of comedic barbs. TikTok creators reenacted the initial talk show moment, complete with over-the-top impressions of both stars. Instagram was awash with polls. Who won the shade war? And is Jon Hamm secretly a Bravo fan? Even Bravo's official account got in on the action, posting a clip of Dorit's most dramatic moments with the caption, "Coming soon, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Ham-handed edition. The inevitable reunion." As the feud reached its crescendo, fans clamored for a face-to-face showdown. Andy Cohen, ever the opportunist, seized the moment. He invited both Jon and Dorit to appear on a special live episode of Watch What Happens Live. The teaser alone, Jon Hamm vs. Dorit, the showdown we never knew we needed, sent ratings through the roof. When the night arrived, the energy was palpable. Dorit walked onto the set in a jaw-dropping couture gown, dripping in diamonds, her accent more pronounced than ever. Jon, ever the gentleman, greeted her with a wry smile and a mock bow. The conversation was surprisingly cordial, filled with playful banter and mutual acknowledgement of the absurdity of their feud. "I have to admit," Jon said, "I did watch a few episodes after all this. Dorit, you're something else." Dorit's reply was pitch perfect. "And Jon, darling, you're not so bad yourself. But next time you decide to comment on a housewife, maybe consult with Andy first." The aftermath. By the end of the night, the feud had morphed into something almost endearing. Fans declared it a tie, and both stars walked away with their brands stronger than ever. Jon Hamm gained a new legion of Bravo-loving fans, while Dorit Kemsley solidified her place as one of the most talked-about housewives in the franchise's history. In the unpredictable world of celebrity culture, one thing became clear. Whether scripted or reality, drama is always the ultimate currency.